Imagine waking up in a world where New York City is buried under 2 miles of ice, and woolly mammoths roam the frozen Midwest like ghosts from a forgotten era. Over 2.6 million years ago, Earth dove into a wild roller coaster of ice ages that turned our planet into a giant freezer, wiping out species left and right while pushing life to evolve in crazy ways. These weren't just bad winters, they were massive global shakeups that carved the Grand Canyon deeper, redrew coastlines, and even helped shape us, humans, into who we are today. But what kicked off this icy nightmare? How did glaciers bulldoze across continents like unstoppable snowplows? And could these ancient chills warn us about our own warming world? Buckle up. This is no dry lecture. It's a pulse-pounding story of epic survival, brutal disasters, and mind-blowing comebacks that'll make you see climate in a whole new light. If this has you hooked already, smash that like button and subscribe to Prime Earth Documentary. Comment below, what's the wildest Ice Age survival story you've heard? Your thoughts keep these adventures coming. Let's rewind to the Pleistocene. Kicking off about 2.6 million years ago, this wasn't one long deep freeze, but a back and forth of brutal ice advances and brief warm breaths, all thanks to Earth's wobbly dance around the sun, called Milankovitch cycles. These tiny orbital tweaks messed with sunlight distribution, chilling the poles and letting ice creep south like a slow-moving monster. Fast forward to the last big chill, 20,000 years ago. Picture the Laurentide ice sheet, smothering North America from Hudson Bay to the Great Lakes, thick as a mountain, pulverizing rocks and dropping sea levels so low you could walk from Alaska to Russia. But hold on, what lit the fuse? Huge volcanoes belched ash clouds that dimmed the sun, cranking up the cold, while ocean currents flipped CO2 levels, trapping even less heat. Animals got creative. Mammoths bulked up with shaggy coats for Chicago-like blizzards, and sabertooths sharpened their game in icy hunts. Then bam, quick melts flooded rivers, wiping out herds and forcing survivors to scramble. Over in Europe, glaciers sculpted Norway's fjords. Down in Africa, drier spells nudged our ancestors to craft better tools. These cycles had a beat. Long freezes of 100,000 years, short thaws of 10,000, testing life's limits every time. Think of it as nature's ultimate stress test, from mammoth treks across frozen plains to early humans huddling by fires in what's now Texas caves. If this wild ride of freeze and fight has you gripped, hit like and subscribe. Comment, how do ice ages make you rethink human grit? Let's chat. Digging deeper, these ice ages weren't just about the cold. They were Earth's extreme makeover crew. Glaciers gouged out the Finger Lakes in New York, dumping rich dirt that powers today's Midwest farms, while melting ice drowned ancient villages off Florida's coast. Zooming into wildlife drama, giants like ground sloths the size of SUVs vanished as food chains crumbled and humans hunted them down. Talk about a raw deal. But wait, what? Not all doom and gloom. Some experts say ice ages sparked life booms in cozy refugia spots, like warm valleys where species hunkered down and exploded in diversity once the thaw hit. Now, picture yourself as a Neanderthal in Ice Age Europe, stitching fur coats from hides to brave the freeze, or as Homo erectus trekking out of Africa during a warm blip. Cave art in Lascaux, France, shows real mammoth chases. Feel the snow crunch under your boots, the wind whipping through canyons, the thunder of cracking ice. These freeze-thaw loops kept repeating, but each time delivered big wins, like birds perfecting migration paths across the Americas. Put yourself there, shivering in a blizzard. How'd you outsmart the cold? These ancient swings link straight to now. Spiking CO2 echoes those old traps, hinting at floods swallowing Miami. Each twist ramps up the stakes, from creeping glaciers to flash melts. If this deep dive keeps you on edge, like and sub, share. How do ice ages tie into today's weather wildness? Heading into the grand finale of the last glacial max, things hit peak chaos. Seas plunged, linking lands for epic animal parades, but scarce grubs sparked fierce fights and wipeouts. Then shift gears to the big melt around 11,700 years ago, closing the Pleistocene. Gushing waters jacked seas up 300 feet, submerging places like California's Lost Islands. Imagine families bolting from rising floods, just like survival tales from ancient lore. Diving into the science, Milankovitch math reveals orbital quirks triggered those 100,000-year loops, with sunspots as sneaky sparks. Ice cores from Antarctica spill the beans on CO2 swings. From mammoth downfall to clever human tricks, like Native American spear tech for big game. Step into caveman mode, staring down a woolly rhino in Montana snow. What's your move? Taste the iron bite of frozen blood. Hear avalanches boom like thunder. Those cycles looped on repeat, but humans broke the mold with farming breakthroughs. Like and sub if these chills hit home. Comment your top Ice Age survivor yarn. As the last Ice Age melted away, Earth's weather settled into our cozy Holocene era. But those prehistoric chills still echo in every mountain valley and beach we love. These frozen times weren't random punishments. They built the diverse world we have, toughened up humans, and even gifted us the rich dirt for America's breadbasket farms. The big reveal? Peeling back Ice Ages shows sneaky triggers like CO2 jumps that look a lot like our current heat waves, flashing red lights for rising seas and vanishing wildlife. We're in the hot seat now. Our choices could flip the switch. Picture Florida without its beaches, swallowed like those old floods. Crazy twist. Clues hint mini Ice Ages might sneak back if the sun quiets down. Bottom line, winning wasn't about being the toughest. It was adapting on the fly. A tip we could use for today's climate fights. If this icy trek has left you buzzing, like the video, subscribe to Prime Earth Documentary, and comment, how can we use Ice Age smarts to tackle global warming right now? Your ideas spark our next big chill.